So this is actually a big one. Something that I've actually learned to live without: customer service, a credit card, AC. So I did not know this at all about moving to Germany. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Zoie-Marie and I make videos based on my experiences here in Germany, as well as lifestyle vlogs and travel videos. Today's video is going to be things I have learned to live without since moving and living in Germany. Before we start this video, I do want to throw out a disclaimer. This is just supposed to be a fun video, and some things that I learned to live without since living in Germany. These are based on my experiences and no one else's. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the actual video. So the first thing that I have actually learned to live without is AC, which is short for air conditioner, if you did not know. So I did not know this at all about moving to Germany, but most houses here in Germany do not come equipped with an AC built into the apartment or built into the house. It is just something that's not normal. Back at home in my house in New York, we do have central AC, but I do know that some people as well in the States, they actually can just buy a AC and just put it outside of the window. Here in Germany, that's even not possible. Like, you cannot buy one of those ACs and put it in the window and close the window and that is your AC. That actually does not work here because of the different windows that Germany has. So yeah, it's just not that common to have AC. But recently I was gifted a portable AC. It kind of rolls on the ground and I have a tube that is gonna just hang out of the window. That is now going to be my AC. But since living here for over 4 years, I have actually never seen an AC in someone's home. You will find AC in some companies. Also, as an FYI, in the trains, there are no AC. I think in the newer trains, there is AC, but regional train, which I used to take back in the day, there was zero AC and it would be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside and people would be stuffed in this train and there is just no AC. So the second thing which I have finally come to terms with and learn to live without is a credit card. And I'm sure you guys have heard this from other videos, but it is 100% true. In Germany, people do not use credit cards that often. It's kind of an older system where people are still using cash. Me personally, I hate carrying cash. I'm from New York, so the thought of me having cash on me and that somebody could rob me or something like that just scares me to death, so I refuse to carry cash. But it is 100% necessary here in Germany. A lot of restaurants, a lot of stores, they do not take credit card. I've even had restaurants and stores decline me because I gave them a debit Visa card. Just because it says Visa or MasterCard, they still consider that a credit card and I could not pay, so I had to leave all my things and go get cash and come back. The next thing that I've learned to live without is netted windows, and this seems really minuscule maybe to some of you, but coming from New York, we always had netted windows in our house, basically because in the summertime, you know, there are bugs or whatever, or birds can even fly into your house. We always have netted windows and it's kind of just built into the house. I've never seen a house without mesh from the window, but here in Germany, it's very rare that you will see that as well. They have really, really large windows and there are no nets behind it. You kind of have to do that yourself. So I have done that for this flat, but only for the door leading into the balcony. But the other windows around the flat, they're just huge windows with no nets. Some of these things that I mentioned are, again, really, really minuscule, but something that I have learned to live without is ranch dressing, and especially blue cheese dressing. I love my ranch dressing. I absolutely love ranch dressing, but you will not find that here in Germany at all. I have yet to find it in any supermarket. I'm sure you can buy it on some American website online, but I have yet to see it inside an actual supermarket. I have also learned to live without beaches. I am from Long Island, and on Long Island, it's filled with many beaches. It's normal to go to a beach on the weekend, for example, in the summer. But here in Germany, it's mainland. And I guess this is obvious when you move to Germany, there are not going to be a lot of beaches, which is fine, but it is something that I've learned to live with. Something else that I've learned to live without is still water. This is kind of an iffy because you can actually find still water here in Germany. It's not a problem. But for example, in restaurants or anything like that, you have to be careful what you say. So you have to exactly say still water. The standard here in Germany is seltzer water. That is normal. I hate seltzer water with a passion. I love still water. It's just a preference of mine. I learned that the hard way multiple times, that you specifically need to ask for still water when you're here in Germany, or you will get sparkling water. So this is actually a big one. Customer service. Now this is a big one because in Germany, I find, and I've also had a lot of friends from me agree with me, as well as a lot of other YouTubers who have watched who live in Germany agree that Germany lacks customer service. You guys don't know how many people have hung up on me when I've called them in regards to issues, for example, with furniture, with something I bought, if it's about the electricity, setting up, you know, our internet. You don't know how many people have actually hung up the phone on me. And I'm not speaking English to them, by the way, I'm speaking German. And in the end, they just hang up on you because you're not getting what they're trying to say, or they feel that you are asking too many questions. They will actually just hang up the phone on you. That has happened to me a few times, and there is no repercussion for them as far as I know. In America, I know you can call like HQ and report their name and everything like that if you got bad customer service, but here I don't know of such a thing. And I have come to understand that this is the norm here in Germany. Don't take it personally, there just is no customer service. What I've learned to sadly live without is the abundance of restaurants surrounding where I live. Again, New York is just different than most places anyways, but in New York there is an abundance of restaurants. You can find vegan restaurants, you can find Moroccan restaurants, Italian restaurants, Jamaican restaurants, every single culture, every little thing, yogurt restaurants, salad bars, you can find that in New York. If you have any type of dietary restrictions, it should never be an issue for you to find something to eat. But here in Germany, it's difficult to find a broad range of restaurants. Transitioning that into the supermarket, it's kind of the same thing. You can't really find an abundance of things in the supermarket. I find that it's quite limited. I just come to live with it. The last thing that I want to mention, which I have come to learn to live without, is convenience. This is a broad topic, but I'm talking about convenience in the way of if I wake up at 3 a.m. and I feel like I want to get a coffee, or if I want to get medicine really quickly, I can just go into like CVS, for example, and pick up a Starbucks as well as pick up some medicine and check out and then go home. That's kind of what I mean with convenience. So the convenience of things being open all the time, as well as the convenience that, for example, the supermarkets are closed at 11 p.m. Restaurants are also closed a lot later in America than it is here. I almost forgot to mention, but the convenience as well as having urgent care. Urgent care I have not seen in Germany. It's kind of like a middle way between your house arts, your basic doctor, and the hospital. And urgent care is open Monday through Sunday. For example, it's the weekend and you've gotten minor injuries which do not require a hospital. You can instead just go to urgent care instead of the hospital and just get treated there. But there's no middle way like that here in Germany. And I do miss the convenience of this because I would rather skip going to the hospital if it's not so urgent and just go to the urgent care instead. So yeah guys, that was basically just a few things which I wanted to mention, which I've learned to live without while living here in Germany. Let me know in the comment section what things you guys have learned to live without living in Germany or whatever country that you've moved to. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.